Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 4 here on Greengrass Isle, and it is a good day for me. I am super excited. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is finally here. Had to get that out there because I am very excited about it. Y'all know how much of a Final Fantasy fan I am, but let's go ahead and move on to the Pokemon Sleep stuff. We are going to get one Dream Cluster Small for our last reward for going to bed on time. I tried something a little different. Usually I wait until that first screen pops up that gives the full breakdown. Well, not the full, but like the brief breakdown of your sleep that shows the score you got, how much energy recovery you got, how much XP your Pokemon got. I usually wait till that pops up and then close the game, but this time I just closed it immediately. And now we didn't get that screen and we still have the darkened screen. So I'm not sure what's going on, but there's our sneaky snacking. 4,788 sneaky snacking. Raichu and Eevee putting in quite a bit of work. And we can grab our sleep points, all 100 of them. That puts us at 5,709. Very good. And then let's grab our daily lottery. Oh. Well. Wasn't expecting this pop up. This is new. So that's the $2.99 for the trial bundle. Not the worst deal at $3. I mean, that's kind of what we were expecting it to be based on leaks and what all you guys were saying in the comments the other day. So $3 for that bundle. I don't remember how many diamonds are in it. I think it's 500 diamonds if I recall correctly. We could probably just go ahead and check. Let me see. The Pokemon Day bundles are terrible. Let's grab our daily lottery on the way down to the trial bundle. A free biscuit. Very nice. Where is the trial bundle? There it is. Yeah, 500 diamonds. It says non-paid. You're paying for the diamonds. You're just getting a discounted rate. Don't let them lie to you like that. 10 biscuits and 1 good camp ticket. I mean, yeah, for $3, it's not bad. I don't know if I'll be doing it still. I'm kind of cheap like that. Plus, once I get pretty deep into a game as free to play, I like to stay free to play for as long as possible. This might be the one thing that tempts me out of it, because that is a pretty decent deal for only $3. I mean, really, it's $3. What are you really going to miss? The trick is to just not spend $3 here and $3 there and let it add up. But $3 one time, it's not that bad. But let's go ahead and jump into the normal thick of it and grab our sleep report, not our sleep points. Let's jump into our sleep report. All right. We did get to Master 2. Couldn't quite make it to Master 3. I collected from everyone, and it just wasn't working out. But we do get a Master 2. 8 hours and 41 minutes. I felt like I slept longer than that because I felt pretty rested, but maybe I just slept really hard. No, 14% dozing, 52% snoozing, and 34% slumbering. I guess I did not sleep as hard as I thought, but that is a snoozing sleep type, which is good. We do need more Pokemon from the snoozing category than the other two. If we could at least break 25 million, that'd be nice. Not quite. 24.2, almost 24.3 million, so not bad at all. We do finally have a full sleep spawn board. Come on, man. Get your words together. Let's go. All right. Well, so far, no new sleep styles. Let's see. Looks like 0 new sleep styles, but there is something we do need to catch. So we have a Wobbuffet, a Rattata, a Slowpoke, Charmander, Slowbro, Growlithe, Meowth, and Eevee. And the one thing that we really need to catch, I'm hoping, is going to be Hungry. Come on, buddy. Come on. Let's see. Moment of truth. Ooh, someone's hungry. Yeah, not the one we wanted. Also not the one we wanted. Yikes. Okay. Well, where are you, bud? There is the one that I really... Oh! Perfect. I had already put work into you before, and your friendship level 10 already. Let's go. That's what we want. We need a better Charmander. The one that we have that's our best one is only 50 or 60%, I think. So decent, but not super great. I don't see, there were no electric types that spawned today. So I think we are just going to call it there and save our biscuits for electric week or beyond, because now we know we have quite a bit of exciting stuff coming up. So definitely trying to save up resources, not just kind of throw them out not casually, willy-nilly, as it were. And let's see, what candy do we send out? I'm thinking, I guess let's send out some Slowpoke candy. We could help some people get those Slowpoke tails unlocked. Probably a good idea. Let's see, we got 1,271 research XP and 2,077 dream shards. Slowly just stocking up those dream shards. Very, very nice. And now, if the game doesn't crash, which it might have, so it did crash. It did not save our progress, so we now have to go through and catch the Charmander again. Is he even in the same place? Nope, somewhere different this time. Where are you at, bud? Oh, no, okay, so it did keep that progress at least, so we can just finish up. Pick the Slowbro picture again. And hopefully it doesn't crash this time. Next. All right, we've already seen all that. Let's go ahead and move on. There we go. All right, now we can properly move on. Level 11 and Gentle. Ooh, I don't recall what Gentle is. Let's see. Did we get the right ingredient spread? We got a decent one. It's not bad. It might be good in the short term. I don't know if this is a good late game. I'll need to go back and double check what I was looking for on this one, but so far not bad. Sleep XP bonus, that's pretty good. That will help us get into the late game if this does turn out to be a good one. Ingredient Finder S, also good. Helping Speed S, good. Skill Trigger M, also good. Looking like a pretty decent Charmander. Inventory up S, yeah, all of these are good. Sleep XP bonus is the only one that's kind of questionable, but it all depends on the nature. Okay, so Gentle's not terrible. Not necessarily the most ideal for this Pokemon, but not a bad one by any means, since it does have Ingredient Magnet as its main skill. So if we do get that to proc more often, especially around level 75 with the Skill Trigger M, the only thing that would be nice is if we had skill level ups. But ultimately, not bad. And the Sleep XP bonus does apply to the entire team, so also very good. Kind of happy with this one. Let's see how it turns out in the ratings. It's giving it way worse of a rating. Only up to 56% at level 25. I wonder if it's because the nature isn't an ingredient finding nature. Maybe that's why. But personally, I don't agree with this necessarily, especially if we, let's take off Ingredient Finder. Let's say we use a skill or a seed to get Ingredient Finder M. We can see how much better that would be. Yeah, look, it shoots way up to 83% at level 25 or 83 PR, which keeps it significantly higher at 56 PR over the average or over the lifespan. So I mean, you can see this number is steadily going up. It does drop just slightly at level 60, but this number is not staying as high as we would like. So, I mean, it's pretty decent. It's better than what we have now. Maybe it's not long-term investment material like I was saying, but in the short term, it does seem to be better than what we have now. And if we decide to keep it for the long term, it will output a decent amount of sausage, which is the main reason you have a Charmander or a Charizard around, is for the sausage. So I think we keep this one. We're definitely gonna put that in the box. Like I said, it is technically better than, ooh, whoa, before I save, let's make sure we put that ingredient finder back to ingredient finder S. Then we put it in the box. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. It could be better. We'll still keep looking for another one, but ultimately, I'm happy with it. It's pretty good. Definitely could have been a lot worse. And I think the fact that the calculator doesn't go to level 75 and 100 for the other sub skills is really hurting this Charmander. I think it's way better once you get the inventory up and the helping speed or the skill trigger. I think it's a lot better. But let's go ahead and move on. 426 sneaky snacking again. I see another big red exclamation mark. I see more new news. More new news. Okay, it's just the maintenance was complete. Cool, maintenance is done, as we all know, because we are playing the game now. And this is just running through the maintenance. So we'll just skim over this real quick. Added the new product trial bundle. We've already seen that. Addition of the new main skill, Tasty Chance Small, which is coming with Dedenne on March 11th. Addition of a subsection on the stats page, viewable from the edit team screen. We'll check that out here in a minute. To display the effects of a helper Pokemon sub-skills. And then when a player uses a helper whistle, the effects will be calculated based on the frequency listed under helping stats on the stats page. Again, we're going to check that out just so we can see what we're looking at. This applies the effects of the sub-skill helping bonus when a helper whistle is used, which is good. And then the addition of a new parameter to search Pokemon by sub-skills. Very nice. Good change, because sometimes you just want to look for that sleep XP bonus Pokemon to help when Good Sleep Day rolls around, and you don't want to try to remember who it is. So very nice. And then the addition of a new relaxing sound, Game Sync. You'll have to check that one out on your own. Can't do that here, but I will also check that one out later tonight if I remember. And then sleep tracking changes to the end sleep session button, so it's a slider. Also experienced that this morning. Kind of nice. Game contents. Oh, that's right. I forgot. How could I forget? This is the most important stuff. Research rank, helper Pokemon max levels, and other limits unlocked. So again, to recap, research rank max is now 55 when we were that close to hitting the max for a moment. Pokemon level is also now 55. Max levels of certain main skills are up from 6 to 7, but this only applies to Charge Strength Small, Charge Strength Medium, and Dream Shard Magnet Small. The other main skills will be unlocked later. Maximum recipe level is now 55 as well, and the maximum expanded capacity of the bag's item pocket is 700 now instead of 600. So good stuff. We are slowly getting maximums increased, so very good. And then other details added to explanatory text for certain items such as the helper whistle and the good camp ticket. This is probably to go along with the other change of the calculations for using a helper whistle. I'm assuming that's what that's for, and other small bug fixes. So all good stuff. The game is continuing to improve, and it does seem like they are in it for the long haul. So I think Pokemon Sleep will be around for quite a while. But with the community reports, we did get 44 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 that doubled up. Sweet. So almost a cool 33%. Very nice. We did get a level up to go along with it. Very good. With a link cable as a reward. I appreciate it. Those will come in handy. And then before I forget, let's go ahead and check. We want to see edit team. All right, there's the stats right there next to Blastoise. You can see the berries that we collect, the ingredients that we bring in, and then sub skills that affect the team, energy recovery bonus for a total of 14%, helping stats, frequency. Here we go. So frequency and main skills are listed for everybody. And those will be the numbers. These frequencies here are what will be used to calculate your results when using a helper whistle. So that's cool. Nice little addition. Good to be able to see it at a glance rather than having to go into each and every Pokemon. Good change. Speaking of each and every Pokemon, let's go ahead and collect. All right, starting off with one main skill trigger, 1,177 more strength just for nothing. Here we go, 2 for 2. No, not 2 for 2, but we're still going to get a ton of milk and cocoa. All right, we got some candy there. What about 2 for 3? 2 for 3 is pretty good. Some more honey. I really was hoping to get some oil out of there. Can we get 3 for 4? No. So far, 2 for 4. What about 3 for 5? Nope. So only 2 out of 5 triggers today, which is not too bad. Had to collect those ingredients again. It does happen. I'm not sure why, but I guess since it doesn't really destroy the game, they're not in a rush to fix that one, but that's okay. We will have enough for the explosion popcorn, which I also made last night for dinner. Wasn't able to make it for lunch, but at least we got it for dinner. And this thing is already at level 10, I think is what it ended up being. We aren't going to have enough corn to make it again, so we are going to have to figure something out if we want to continue making this. Might have to switch in Beware. It is funny, is 2,700, and then once everything is applied, then it jumps up to 13,165, which puts it now at level 13. Very, very good. That will definitely put us into Master 3. For sure. with no questions, and almost halfway to Master 4. One thing I did want to mention is somebody pointed out in Monday's episode, I forgot to set the berries in the team analysis. And that is correct, but even when I did go back and change the berries, it only put us to Master 6 for the prediction for the end of the week. But here it is Thursday, and we're already Master 3, so I'm thinking we may go beyond Master 6. We might hit Master 7, 8 if we're lucky. But we are going to have to figure something out if we're going to do that, because it's not going to happen if we're not able to make a consistent recipe. We did get Snorlax to Master 3, which is good for a Chikorita instance, which is good. We still could use a better one. We have a pretty decent one, but a better one would also be good, because ours is only just kind of decent. And then let's go back to the team and see what we want to do. Because at this point, the explosion popcorn is looking like it might be a really good call. We do need, let me just show you what I'm looking at. We do need to figure out what we're going to do for Sunday. We only have a few days left until Sunday gets here. I've been saving up ingredients for the flower gift macarons, which we don't have enough eggs for sure, but let's see. We almost have enough cocoa. Yeah, we're only a handful short of cocoa. About half of the milk we need, so I think if we were to switch to making the popcorn, Eevee alone wouldn't bring in enough milk. Toxicroak wouldn't bring in enough oil, I don't believe. I think he only brings in about 25 to 30 per day on average. And Beware only brings in about 28, if I remember correctly, corn a day. So we definitely need to get them on the team now if we're going to do it. The only problem is that kind of fills up our entire team, because then we have Eevee, Blastoise, Toxicroak, and Beware on the team. So that's 4 out of the 5 slots filled. And if we want to make the flower gift macarons on Sunday, we need Delibird back on the team to bring in some eggs. But I suppose we could hold off and swap in Delibird on Saturday, because we already have 50. We only need 25 more. And if we bring him in on Saturday, then over the course of Saturday and Sunday, we'll definitely get the amount of eggs we need for dinner. So that may be what we do. We may switch it up and try to go for the explosion popcorn. And if we really want to be cheeky, let's see. Yeah, really making the macarons is probably the best call. But theoretically, we could also attempt the tea time corn scones instead. It will be less, but it'll be a new recipe on Sunday. We just need to get some ginger in, which means we desperately need to put our Larvitar on the team, which we probably should do anyway, just to get him some XP for the next couple of days. We might do that. I think that's probably the best bet, just to get some XP on somebody who needs it. So if that's the case, let's just see what that team looks like. So if we're going to do this, we could, or should, swap out Venusaur for Beware, which is all the way down here at the bottom, which actually, I don't know if this is accurate. It's kind of why I don't like the new setup of the Raynon calculator, where it always takes your meals into consideration. I would like the option to turn that off, because I just want to know the neutral PR of the Pokemon, not how do they rate when looking at making a certain meal. I don't care about that. I just want to know they're neutral. Hey, how good are they just in general, not when applied to a specific recipe. But minor nitpick aside, that really hurt this Beware. It was at 79% before that change, and now it's at 63. So I definitely think this is better than 63, considering it's got both ingredient finder skills. But that's a nitpick. Let's go ahead and move on. So we want Beware on the team for the corn. We've got Toxicroak for the oil. Eevee and Blastoise needs to stay on the team for the milk, which leaves us only able to swap out the Raichu, which means we do give up our berry gathering potential, and we are just going pure grab the ingredients at this point, which, there he is. Larvitar, level 19. What's level 25? Inventory up M? It might be worth it to push him to level 25 pretty quickly, just to get that inventory up M, because his carry limit's only 9, so he fills up really quickly. Yeah, I think that's a good call. We should probably do that. So this team right now will hopefully... Oh, we don't have Raichu on the team. We might need to get Raichu back on the team unless we get some luck with the ingredient magnets on pulling in some apples for the tea time corn scones. But we desperately need ginger more than anything else. Toxicroak is only on the team to give us the oil for the popcorn. But let's go ahead and get this guy to level 25 if we can. Oh, no. Oh, it took almost all of our candies. What does it take to evolve him? Level 23 and 40 candies? You know what? We may do something really silly. Yeah, I think we do something really silly. What sub skills do we have? We do have some good sub skills here. Yeah, I think this is worth it. I think it'll be worth it to go ahead and put him at level 25. Which leaves us with not many candies left. Only 8. But we did unlock inventory up M, and with 8 candies left, that also means that we only need to use 8 handy candies. Nope, I lied. We need to use 3 more. I did the wrong thing. I am silly. Luckily, didn't use too many. Now I need to use 4 handy candies. My brain just shut off there for a minute. Whoops. Oh well. That's 40, and we can evolve him. So, looking pretty good. What? It's evolving? This will hopefully help ensure that we have plenty of ginger. Nice. 91% Pupitar. All right, so that puts our frequency down to 51, and our carry limit is now 30. So we should have plenty of room to carry plenty of ginger, hopefully. And that is a pretty good place to leave him. What is it, level 41 to evolve it to Tyranitar? So we got a long way to go for that, and 100 Larvitar candy. But we're in a really good spot. The only downside is this doesn't have the best ingredient spread, but it will be good for ginger in the long term. Probably won't ever get this one to a Tyranitar, in my suspicion, just because we'll probably find something better with a better ingredient spread and better sub skills and nature. But for now, I forgot to hit the right button. For now, this is a pretty solid team to bring in what we need. Again, trying to make the explosion popcorn as often as possible. So we got Milk, Blastoise, and Eevee on the team for that. Oil, we've got Toxicroak on the team. If need be, I can swap Eevee out for a day and throw in Spheal to get a little bit more oil. It's not the best. Or no, we do have another a Krogunk that we could throw on the team for some oil. Just to kind of supplement it if we need to. Beware is unfortunately the only corn gatherer that we have that's gonna be any kind of helpful. Pupitar now for the ginger, for the tea time corn scones on Sunday. We do have quite a bit of apples. We can swap Raichu in if need be to grab a few more on Saturday. And other than that, I think we are pretty much set for the rest of the week. So I think we're in a good place. We'll just kind of have to see how things go. But that said, that is what device is currently offline. A day of glitches, apparently, whatever. That is all I've got for today. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit the like button if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more. And until next time, later, dudes.